Hey, I'm Joel Villafana, and this is Cup of Joe. I'm from Sweet T&T. The Caribbean is my home. Big, bold flavors are always popping in my kitchen. I'm not a chef, but I've read hundreds of cookbooks and concocted my own recipes with a Caribbean twist. It's real fun, fantastic food, lots of friends, and big, bold flavors. This is Cup of Joe. Come share a cup with me. Happy Mother's May. Here's what's coming up on the menu. To start, I have some red beans and tomatoes, and I'm thinking soup. Then, I use Knorr ramen to create this Asian noodle salad with some shrimp. And Betty Crocker is Mom's best friend, as these coconut cupcakes are sure to put a smile on her face.
To all the moms.
It's Mother's May, and we're serenading Mom.
So royal, and I want her in my life.
Hey, that's right. Happy Mother's May from all of us here at Cup of Joe. We are celebrating moms and celebrating mothers all over the world here on Cup of Joe. And we have a very special guest, as you saw to the top, joining me in a bit. But I'm doing recipes catered to moms, catered to stuff that you guys can do for moms. That's the kind of dishes we're doing on the menu today. And I'm starting, thanks to the folks at Regal Products for their array of wonderful peas and beans, I'm doing a soup, appetizer mode. So I'm mixing Regal red beans with some tomatoes. And I'm doing a tomato and red bean soup. Somebody tell me, my soup's a little bougie. If it's bougie, it's bougie. I have a little bougie in me, you know, that kind of thing. I'm doing a wonderful soup, guys, and I'm going to start with some onions. This soup is so tasty. I love tomatoes. Let me get that fire on. I should do that first. And get some onions in there. So allowing those onions just to kind of do its thing. And while those onions doing its thing, I have some tomatoes that I already started to chop. And I just want to finish off chopping these tomatoes. Lovely medium-sized tomatoes. So I need I would say about 6 to 8 tomatoes. And you just kind of give it a nice little chop. Add them in here. You know these onions are good when you start smelling it. Looks a little translucent. Onions giving off a nice little scent. And now it's time to add some garlic for a little more aromatics. Building the soup from scratch in this pot. Bang! 30 seconds, you don't want your garlic to burn. And I'm going to start actually adding some of my seasonings now. So I have some green seasonings that I just want to add in there. Good old Trini green seasoning. Lots of flavor in there. And I want to season in layers. So I just want a little salt, a little pepper. I'm going with an Italian twist on this one. So I have some oregano, dried oregano that I want to sprinkle in there. And I have some basil that I will add a little later on. So oregano and basil, that type of Italian tomato-y flavor. That's what I'm looking for in this soup. So I have a little kick, a little cayenne pepper. That's giving some trouble to come out, but he's going to get in there. A little cayenne pepper, a little red chili powder, that little extra kick. And what I want here is for those spices to kind of just release its flavor with the onions and the garlic. And you start seeing it coming together there nicely. Once that comes together, I can add my tomatoes. So I have tomatoes here that I'm adding straight in there. Tomato is the base of the soup. So mix those tomatoes in. And then I simply boil some Regal red beans in a little garlic, boil the red beans, and allow it to kind of just boil and come together in its own juices Once it's cooked, so it's cooked red beans you're throwing in here. Once the red beans are boiled and cooked nicely, you pour those red beans straight in there. If you have some nice stew red beans, this is a nice and leftover. Nice little soup to do as well for some, you have some red beans left over. You can throw that in here as well. So the tomatoes and the red beans in here, mixing in nicely now. Yeah. And I want to give this just a couple minutes just to come together. This here is tomato sauce. And I'm just going to add just about a half cup of tomato sauce. You get it straight out of the can. Gives it a nice little depth of flavor. Mix in that tomato sauce. Yeah. So you know what I'm missing here? Some pigtail. I could have thrown a pigtail in here first as well. I have no pigtail. But a pigtail could have go in here for that little extra flavor. I don't want no pigtail, but I have some good stock. So I have some nice vegetable stock that I want to add to the soup. This is about 2 cups, and then I want about a cup of water just in there. And I kind of just stir and bring everything together. Bring this up to a boil and allow it to simmer for just about 5 to 10 minutes or so. So just as it simmers, guys, and all the flavors kind of coming together nicely, all I really want to do is take some of the liquid and some of all the ingredients and get it in here. And take it to my blender and I'll puree to a nice smooth consistency. Just when it's finished and you get that texture, you add a little cream, a little heavy cream, just to get it that nice, thick, nice, luxurious texture you're looking for there. The color is just amazing. Remember, the base is red beans, regal red beans, and then of course some tomatoes that I kind of just use to oomph it up a little bit. So this is ready to plate up, guys. So I'm hoping my very special guests will like this soup. And for all you mothers out there as well, this is a perfect, simple soup for you guys to make for mom. Not only on Mother's Day, but as we like to say here on Cup of Joe, for the entire month of May. We celebrate Mother's May. But special guest in the house for you mothers. I have the man, the voice, the legend. His name is Ancil Valley is in the house today, ladies and gentlemen.
Don't know much about history. I don't know much biology. I don't know much about a science book. Oh no, don't know much about the French I took. Hey, but I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, oh, what a wonderful world this would be. Hey, hear me now. I don't know much about no warrior troop. I don't know much about no red bean soup. I don't know much and I could tell you more. I come to learn to on Cup of Joe. So if you log on, well, vibes go start. Because I know say food is something close to my heart. So me go and stop sing and start to eat. That don't rhyme, but hey, that's the end. Joe!
The man, the voice, Ancil Valley. Big concert coming up that we're going to talk about on Mother's Day for all you mothers. But have a seat, my brother. I want you to taste my soup first of all. So have a seat.
Now, while you won't be able to tell this, but the place smelling real good. If you think Joe is a fake chef, you're wrong. He have a top that say he's not a cook, he's not a chef, but that's a lie. Your wife make that.
We're going to take a break on that one. Ancil Valley in the house. Cup of Joe. Happy Mother's Day, guys. So if I had a voice like Ancil Valley, tongue dead. If I could take my picture and say, lady,
I'm your knight and shining armor and I love you.
oh God, we can make a good duo there, boy.
Well, two different keys, boy. You know?
Yeah. My brother, welcome.
Hey, it's a pleasure.
You've been at the studio, but you've never been in the kitchen.
Nah.
I've never cooked for you.
No.
How was the soup?
Soup was real good, though. Soup was fantastic. The man do a red bean and tomato soup. Yeah. That's the deal. Trust me, I lie down and knock out in the back there.
I'm in soup mode today, so I kind of do a little twist on ramen that I'm going to do for you in a little bit. So Noah has a new brand of ramen that they're bringing out, and I'm going to be doing a little twist. You know, I just wouldn't let you do it just ramen. So I'm going to be doing a little ramen salad for you in a little bit. So you know the ramen, your normal
Yeah.
ramen, right?
Right.
And this Noah brand is a very, very good brand. So let me get the fire on and get the water boiling. And normally I put this in some boiling water. And you make ramen, right? So I take any ramen,
Yes.
the Noah ramen, simple ramen, right? What I want to do actually is just to kind of just break it up a little bit. I just want it to crack up a little bit. This normally takes a couple minutes just to kind of come together. We leave that, let it do its thing.
All right.
While that's doing its thing, it's Asian, so I went for some Asian vegetables, you know, so I have some mushroom, some broccoli, some carrots, all of that going in there. And I have some chestnuts.
What kind of...
The ramen comes with that little nice little seasoning pack, right?
Right.
So I'm not putting it in the ramen. I'm going to actually use it to season the vegetables. So I'm doing it a little differently. So I'm taking the nice little seasoning pack from the Noah ramen, and I'm just going to season the vegetables with it. So I just want a nice little light saute. So I have mushrooms as well that I want to just add in last. I don't want the mushrooms to get overcooked. So ready is just to toss these vegetables together and let it do its thing. Ramen coming in there. Just make sure. So I couldn't just do ramen for mom.
I hear you.
Right? So when Noah gave me this beautiful ramen, I was saying, what can I do for mom that will be ramen, yes, but take it up to a notch, and when she eats it, she say, ooh.
Yeah. The only thing that gave me a pass here is because it's mom, you know. I know for mom we go all out.
We're going all out.
It's the only reason I see this thing making so much sense.
Yeah.
Because
I
it's
thought,
for mom.
I thought about it, you know. I gave it
it.
some thought. I'm going to make a little Asian dressing.
Okay, cool.
Simple Asian dressing. All the ingredients you have right in your pantry, right? I have some soy sauce that I'm going to start with. So, soy sauce. I have some chili, garlic that I want to add in there as well. And this is so simple. This is everything in one little bowl.
Cool.
I have some grated ginger. When you're doing Asian, ginger is just kind of important. Some vinegar. Rice wine vinegar, just for that little tart. Some sesame oil.
Right.
That will go in there. And then some fresh. So I have some chive and shadow benny. That will go in there. Chive, shadow benny. A little touch of salt. A little pepper. And I kind of just mix. So I want my little whisk. Kind of just mix it together. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy.
I'm making feeling real bad, man. Feeling real bad with ramen. You say, you know.
So I couldn't just do ramen. So I'm taking some nice ingredients. Broccoli, whatever vegetables you have.
Yeah.
If you just had something, some carrots, broccoli, cauliflower, mushroom, whatever vegetables you have, you can toss it. Use the very set of ramen little spice mix that they give you. Season it up. I had no salt, I had no pepper, nothing to that. That's good to go right there. I think my ramen ready to strain and come together. Right, so you see my ramen ready. So I'm just going to add this to a nice big bowl as the base. you're not allergic to shrimp.
Nah.
Fine time for me to ask, huh?
Yeah.
But I just love shrimp so much. So I'm just going to add that shrimp straight in there, right? Mixed up. All I did to that shrimp, salt, pepper, poach in a little bit of boiling water, in and out, right? Not to overcook, just to toss the shrimp. You're going to use chicken breast in here, any nice cooked protein or meat that you wanted to use. And my nice vegetables, I'm adding straight in there. So I get some mushrooms. I like color, so when I'm choosing these vegetables, you know, I went for some green, some orange, and I just kind of just tossed everything together there. So you could have just done the ramen, but I had no ramen and I got inspired to do something a little different. So taking this and making almost like a noodle salad. A noodle salad is what kind of came to my mind. And when I thought noodle salad and nice vegetables and stuff, I thought Asian. So that's why this Asian dip. And all I'm doing is really just kind of taking this dip, this dressing, and just kind of just giving it a nice little. And this dressing is so simple to make. There's nothing that you don't have in your pantry that you can make for mom. And you toss that together like that. Toss it. I wonder if I could try this way. If you never tried it, I'm gonna.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's a little toss. And the little Chinese and will come out there. The little Chinese and will come out. And I ready to plate up for you, brother.
Let's see this thing now,
So
man.
you see, you had your soup, Asian, ramen, salad with some shrimp. Thanks to the folks at Knorr for making it possible. Eat your ramen with a knife and fork, brother.
Knife and fork ramen, boy. What's going on here, boy? Really going on here, boy. Water chestnut and noodle and... I walking on this second. My concert coming up, I trying to lose weight. Joe have me up here eating bougie broccoli. You understand? It's Asian ramen salad with shrimp. Pulling up my mouth. Because my life is great and I do great things.
When we come back, we talk a little bit about your concert.
We'll do that.
We talk a little bit about your concert, and I mean, it's been a rough couple of years. And I mean, I know you were battling through it, but good things on the horizon.
Yes.
Ancil Valley in the house. When we come back, we talk to the man Ancil Valley, and have a little dessert to come still. So just before I roll out the dessert, I have Ancil Valley here, and he's been around, I think, for the last 12 to 15 years doing his thing. When was Digital Rising Star?
Man, that was 2013, you know. Yeah, so doing
Pandemic, I'm a losing count of time.
Yeah, me too.
2013.
Yeah, 2013. So you know you're talking about now 9 years.
When that happened to you, Ancil, did you think ahead and say, okay, I am going to make singing my career? I'm going to actually do this and continue on this path?
Well, to me it was like this. Logistics and supply chain is my thing. Office, doing that in the office for a while.
Right.
But what came naturally to me is making people laugh and bringing a vibe, being an entertainer. Now I could sing, but primarily I'm an entertainer.
You were a clown?
No.
You were not making people laugh.
No, but no, see, actually I gotta say that.
Yeah.
Because you see, only in pandemic times, people realize that an entertainer is very important. Because a lot of people locked down and a lot of people were depressed. But somebody who has the ability to change the vibe in a room,
Yeah, man.
had nothing to do with just the talent, you know. How people singing better than me? Millions of them. But could they impact an environment? Could they change it? I don't know. That was what I used to do. And so I was good at my job and I said, listen, this is something I could be great at. No, I'm still figuring it out because when I won Rising Stars, I took that money, as you know, and I started to become an event producer and promoter. I did Eat, Drink and Jazz, Mountains and the Magdalena, Grand, some other concerts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it was all part of the process. So now when the COVID hit, more than an entertainer, more than a singer, I am a husband and a father of 4 beautiful children. And you know, to provide for your family is the quintessential need. This is what separates the men from the boys. So COVID come, we understand that the whole industry down and everything, but your responsibility doesn't change. You had to find a way. So you had to look inside. I did a lot of documentary type things, narration and stuff. So had to change your voice and be like, heroes are role models. We look up to them because they possess, find ways. So I guess some corporate work there.
Nice.
Do some other things that's pertaining to that. And by the grace of God, we got through the pandemic. Not only did we get through the pandemic as a family, but we had some monumental steps forward. Both of my daughters now up in university. Right?
Congratulations.
Yeah, 3.8 GPA and 4.1 GPA girls represent. We're mashing it up, you understand? So instead of contracting in terms of what you had to do, you had more to pay for, and the Lord provided. But coming out of that then, I said, listen, I need to maximize what I have. Being in a band, I did that from since I was a teenager, Brother Boys International. The group just won a Lifetime Achievement Award in Gospel Music last weekend, 20 years, you understand? And ever since, I've not been on a stage with a band in terms of my band. So I said, listen, coming out of this pandemic and everything, I'm not just going to be a producer or promoter of events, I'm going to make that step forward. So, on May the 7th at the Achievers Banquet Hall, I'm bringing Ancil The Band. I take a page out of Kes. I couldn't name the band, nothing. So I say, Kes name the band, Kes the band. And
Ancil The Band?
Ancil The Band, right?
Yeah. Who's the next band coming out?
Who's that?
Joe The Band.
Joe The Band. Yeah. Jody Band. So listen, now here's what I did, I made my brand into a band. So after all these years of, singing, say, Hyatt, Hilton, Magdalena Grand, Coco Reef, Crave, Soons, and all these kind of corporate.
Sang across the restaurants and hotels in the country,
No. So if you wonder why your boy broad, hey, I sing it where there is food at, and they feed at me as well. You understand? Joe laughing. He bring me on the same thing. I come here again on the sing 2 songs, eat 3 meals. So the sing to eat ratio. You understand? Promising. Anyway, so I'm bringing my brand into a band. And my brand is this. I genuinely love people. And what I mean by that is this. Anything I do must be an immersive experience. You must come to a concert. From the time you pull up, must have parking, must have attendance, must feel special, must have cocktail reception. Red carpet thing, when you reach in, it must be aesthetically pleasing. You must feel important. When it's
the venue.
Achievers Banquet Hall, Laramie, Duncan Village.
Get all that information. Check Ancil on your social media.
Yeah, man. Ancil Valley, social media. Anyway,
Ancil
Instagram,
Valley.
just Ancil Valley. Ant's going up a hill down in a valley. Easy journey. But those spell it so it's ANCILVLLEY.
Ancil, do you know who's mom's best friend?
Joe, I do not know who's mom's best friend.
Mom's
you
best
tell me?
friend is Betty.
Betty?
Betty Crocker. She's become my best friend because she has such wonderful mixes.
I understand.
That I've been using a lot of them over the last few years. And this particular mix, I'm not a baker, but I have a little sweet tooth.
I hear you.
So I love a little sweet ever so often. But Betty Crocker cake mixes make it so simple, so easy to pull together cakes that you would be just simply amazed by. And I have this one that I'm going to make some cupcakes for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to do coconut flavored cupcakes. This one has some, if you look at it, some real nice, cool little sprinkles in it. You see?
All right, try.
So it's one of those nice, those party cake mix kind of vibes. So I'm going to add this straight into my mixer. Full pack. And to the Betty Crocker cake mix, I'm just going to add some oil. About a half cup of oil. I have 3 eggs.
All right.
1, 2, 3. So this is, I'll amp it up a bit with some coconut flavored essence.
What I'm talking about, man.
Yeah. Cup of water. And mix.
That's it.
Give it a little couple minutes and literally a nice cake batter will form and we're going to make some cupcakes. I can't let Ancil leave without dessert. He is having dessert with us. And this Betty Crocker cake mix is going to kind of make these lovely cupcakes that you're seeing there. And I'll show you how easy it is to pull together. And until just after a couple minutes, this is good and ready to go. That's the kind of texture to the batter you need. So you could put this in a pan and bake it as a full cake. I was just kind of feeling cupcakey. I was feeling kind of cupcakey, so, you know. So I have these lovely cupcake holders, and I just want to fill these up without making mess is really the key. Yeah?
That's what I want to see.
Yeah, and that's the most difficult thing for me to do in the kitchen, not to make mess. You probably would have to do this 6 times.
Wow.
So you're really just trying to get it about, I would say about 2/3 all the way up kind of thing. So I'm just going to fill these and bake in the oven.
So how long you think you're going to be baking it for?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
I really can't remember, but the good thing about it is on the back of the Betty Crocker box.
No wonder it's a mom's.
It's mom's best friend. So cupcakes bake for 12 to 17 minutes.
12 to 17.
In the oven at 350 degrees.
Right.
Betty Crocker is mom's
best friend.
That's right.
Yeah. There's something about watching somebody pour cake batter into cupcake holders that's just get real hungry. Really, you wasn't hungry before, you know. All that cake batter going in that cupcake thing, you know. Yeah.
And so I ain't do too bad.
Nah. You can put your hands together for me.
I ain't do too bad.
You represent.
Put your hands together.
Yeah,
this
man.
goes in the oven and bakes for just about 12 to 17 minutes. Thankfully, I have a couple that's done here already.
Yeah, man.
And I just want to show you how I want to finish these off.
Right.
It's really simple. Betty Crocker actually has a nice frosting that's already packaged already. So you don't have to go and make frosting. And I just want a little bit of frosting. Top, very rustic, nothing fancy. So that's say you could do it, the kids could do it for mom on Mother's Day. And you just kind of roll that frosting around there. Nice rustic. I have a little bit of extra coconut shavings for that little extra flavor. Top there. And just for a little prettiness, a little red dust.
What I'm talking about, man?
See what I'm talking about? So let's have a cupcake together.
Hey.
Let's have a cupcake together.
Salute.
To all the moms.
To all the moms.
And please go check out Ancil's show this Mother's Day weekend. It's on the 7th. It's the Saturday night.
Saturday the 7th.
The Saturday at Achievers
Banquet Hall.
A. And get all the recipes that we did for mom here on CupofJoeCaribbean.com. I want to thank the man Ancil Valley for taking us out. Ancil, take a bite. Tell me what you think.
Fantastic. Good job. Well done.
Take us out with a little tease now. What the moms could expect.
Man, give me coconut teeth and then. Boy. Well, I never been someone shy, but then I seen her eyes, and still I had to try. Yeah. Oh yes, but make me get my words right and then approach it. He wanna treat you like a man is supposed to. You never have to cry. I would usually sing sweet, but Joe gave me a set of coconut to eat. But still, she's royal and so royal, and I want her in my life. I never knew anyone so one of a kind. Come May 7th and it will be fine. Which concert you're going to? I hope it's mine. All the best. Until I see you again. Hey, so listen, if you had to sing, never sing after eating something with coconut in it. But what happens on Cup of Joe? The whole Caribbean gonna know. Cup of Joe Caribbean, Ancil Valley. Love it.